Is it better to buy property or rent when you live in Spain? And why is this decision important if you're applying to move here on a non-lucrative visa? Stick around and you'll find out. Welcome to YouTooSpain. Let's dance! Hi, I'm Scats. And I'm Walter. And today I'm going to take you through the advantages and disadvantages of buying or renting a property when you arrive in Spain. And why is it important to know in advance if you're coming here on a non-lucrative visa? Good question. Let's get straight into it. Should we tell them what a non-lucrative visa is first? Yes. In a nutshell, the non-lucrative visa is the residency permit that non-EU citizens need if they want to live in Spain long-term but aren't going to be working. What's that got to do with buying or renting a house? Well, your property decision could be crucial to your visa application and to your life here. Let's look at all of the reasons. Number 1, long-term plans. If you're thinking of staying in Spain permanently, or at least for quite a long time, buying a property might be a sound investment. If your future plans aren't as certain, renting could be the best option. Number 2, financial commitment. Buying a house is a big commitment and it comes with significant risks and responsibilities. On the other hand, renting is much more flexible, so there's less of a financial commitment. However, if you end up staying long term, renting may be less cost effective. Number 3, stability. Getting yourself a home before you arrive could provide you with instant stability for when you move. You'll have a comfortable place to live straight away without that panicky searching for a long-term rental, and if you have children, it'll help you enroll in the local schools and settle in quickly. Number 4, getting your visa. If you own a Spanish property, it can strengthen your visa application by demonstrating your commitment to living here. Number 5, integration. Finding the right property in the right area can have a huge impact on your ability to integrate into the local community and enjoy your life here. It's so important to think about your location, access to local amenities, public transport, shops, and whether you want to be thoroughly immersed in a very Spanish area or nearer to an expat community. Okay then, let's say I'm thinking of buying a property. What are the advantages? First of all, property values can go up like they have recently, so you could make money from your investment. Secondly, it's your property, so you can customize it however you want. You can choose the furniture and the colours, you can renovate and build extensions with planning permission. Thirdly, no one is ever going to put up the rent. In fact, there is no rent. And there's no landlord. But what are the disadvantages? Property can also go down in price, so if you're buying as an investment, you could lose out. Secondly, there are extra costs from the word go, like taxes and fees, and you'll need quite a hefty deposit if you're getting a mortgage. And thirdly, you are solely responsible for the maintenance, upkeep and repairs of the property, which could be costly, especially if there's an unexpected problem. Oh heck, maybe I'd better rent then. What are the advantages of renting? First of all, you've got much more flexibility. If you're not totally sure of the region or town you want to live in, try before you buy is a great idea. Secondly, there's a much smaller set of costs to begin with, usually just a deposit and maybe a few months' rent in advance if you want to make your landlord happy. There used to be an agent's fee to pay, but the law has changed now to make that illegal. And thirdly, the landlord is the one responsible for all repairs and maintenance, and they're the ones who have to pay the property tax too. Are there any disadvantages? You have no equity. So all of those rent payments are what you might call lost money. Secondly, sometimes the rent can go up, which can be frustrating, and it's something you have little control over, especially if your rental contract hasn't tied down what increases are allowed and the economy takes a tumble. Thirdly, and finally, you probably won't have much freedom to customise where you live. You'll certainly need permission for any adjustments that you make. What else do I need to think about before moving? Your lifestyle, for a start. Do you want the flexibility and freedom of renting, or the stability and investment potential of yourself being the owner. Anything else? You should really look hard at your finances and consider your future plans. How do you think you'll support yourself in 5 or 10 years' time? Or if there's a sudden emergency? Do you have a backup plan? There's a lot to consider. What should I do? It depends. Hey, that's my line. It's about time you had the t-shirt. All right then, but tell me what I should do. Unfortunately, there's no easy black and white decision. It really does depend on your individual circumstances. But if you think about everything I've told you and make a pros and cons list, then you should be able to decide for yourself. Any more top tips? Yes, definitely come to Spain first and have a look at different areas at different times of year, and look at access to amenities and transport and airports, and don't isolate yourself too much unless you're sure that's what you want and you can cope with it. Are we finished now? Nearly. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below the video on YouTube so that the answers can help everyone else on here too. Subscribe and click on the bell to be the first to hear each time I release a new very helpful video just for you. And also join me every Saturday morning for the live Q&A where you and I can both ask questions to the experts and get the answers you need. It's a win-win-win with a cherry on top. Peace and love. Peas and fluff. Let's dance.